Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's lesson. Our lesson for today is going to be about the past perfect. We can understand that this lesson is going to be about the past. Exactly. Past perfect, we use it to talk about two actions or events. One happened before another one in the past. Simply, it's the past of the past. Not clear yet, right? I know. So we are going to deal with examples so that we can understand more. Look at the pictures here. What do you say? Yeah, we can see two football tickets and a person who attended the stadium to watch a football match. Let's read the example. He went to the stadium after he had bought the tickets. Let's play the events of the examples here on our timeline. We are here. This is the present. And the events mentioned in the examples are these. He bought tickets, he went to the stadium. In your opinion, which action happened first? Is it buying tickets or going to the stadium? Of course, buying tickets. So action 1, he had bought the tickets. Then action 2, he went to the stadium. So we can say, by using the past perfect, in one of these actions, it helps us to know which one happened first and which one happened later. Past perfect simply is talking about two actions. One happened before another one in the past. That's why we said it is the past of the past. Let's look at a few more examples. Look at the two pictures here. What do you see? We can see a boy who is taking a shower and some children who are playing football. Let's read the example. Before he took a shower, he had played soccer. In your opinion, which actions do we have in the example here? Yes, we have two actions, taking a shower and playing soccer. Which action happened first? Playing soccer. So he had played soccer. And action number 2, which means the later action, is taking a shower. Action 1, he had played soccer. Action 2, he took a shower. So action 1 is the earliest action. And action 2 is the recent action. In action 1, as you see, we use the form of the past perfect had plus verb in the past participle. And the recent action, we use the verb in the past simple. Example 2. We have here two pictures as well. Let's read the example. He had learned English before he went to the USA. Which action is the first one? Yes, action 1, learning English. So he had learned English. Action 2, he went to the USA. So learning English happened first, then he went to the USA. Example 3. We have here two pictures as well. The first picture is about a father who has just come back home and his two little kids. So the example we have here, by the time he returned home, his kids had already eaten dinner. So action 1, as you see, his kids had already eaten dinner. And action 2, he returned home. Which one happened first? The kids had already eaten dinner. And the second action, he returned home. Example 7. Here too we have two pictures. I am sure you're familiar with this famous football player. Yeah, Ramos. Let's read the example so that we can understand. Before he sent him off, the referee had cautioned him. So action 1, he had cautioned him, which means he warned him before he sent him off. So he had cautioned him, then the referee sent him off. Example 5. Here we have as well two pictures. We can see a school bus and some kids and foods. Let's read the example. The children had eaten breakfast before they went to school. Where is action number 1? Good. The children had eaten breakfast. And the action that comes later is they went to school. Very good job. Now we are going to deal with the form of the past perfect. So in the affirmative form, we have the subject. The subject it can be he, she, I, we, Ahmed, John, my parents, etc. plus had plus the past participle of the verb. In the negative form, we also have the subject plus hadn't and past participle of the verb. In the interrogative form, we switch the places. The subject takes the place of the auxiliary had, and the auxiliary had takes the place of the subject. So we can have had plus subject plus past participle in the interrogative form. Example, in the affirmative we have I had called a friend. If we want to make this example in the negative, we can say, yes, the subject is I and hadn't plus verb called a friend. So I hadn't called a friend. Then we can have had I called a friend. Perfect. Let's now move with one of the most important part in the lesson, which is the keywords. And the common keywords of this tense are after, as soon as. After, as soon as, they are followed by the past perfect form, which means had plus the past participle. Then, in the second part of the sentence, we have the simple past. And if we have before or by the time or when, these keywords are followed by the past simple, and then in the second part or in the second half of the sentence, we have had plus past participle, as we have seen in the previous examples. Time to practice. Example A. She ate her breakfast, then she went to school. Which action happened first? Is it eating breakfast or going to school? Good. Action 1, she ate her breakfast. And the action 2, she went to school. Now, I want you to start with after. Do you remember the rule for after? Let's try. So we said that after should be followed by past perfect, which means the first action. We can say after she had eaten her breakfast, she went to school. Now I want you to start with before. Remember that before should be followed by past simple. We can say before she went to school, she had eaten her breakfast. Well done. Example B. John studied Arabic. Then he moved to Morocco. As you see here, we have two sentences. We need to see which action happened first and which one happened later. In your opinion, where is action 1? Excellent. Action 1, John studied Arabic. Action 2, he moved to Morocco. So now start the sentence with as soon as. Remember that as soon as should be followed by the past perfect, which means action 1. So we can say, as soon as John had studied Arabic, he moved to Morocco. Let's start now with before. Remember, before should be followed by past simple. So we can say, before he moved to Morocco, he had or John had studied Arabic. Is this clear? Well done. Last example, C. The ambulance arrived at 11. The injured man died at 10. So, in your opinion, where is action 1? Excellent. The first action, the injured man died. Action number 2, the ambulance arrived. Well done. Now I want you to start the sentence with when. Yes? Perfect. When the ambulance arrived, the injured man had died. Can you start now with after? Well done. After the injured man had died, the ambulance arrived. Let's start now with before. Perfect. Before the ambulance arrived, the injured man died. Good job. Let's practice more. In this activity, you are going to put the verbs in the correct tense, either past perfect or simple past. And remember the key words. So, sentence number 1. After Adam, verb to spend his holiday in Italy, he, verb to want, to learn Italian. Well done. So we have here after, that's why we need to put past perfect of the verb. So after Adam had spent his holiday in Italy, he wanted to learn Italian. Very good job. Example number 2. Iman, verb to phone her dad at work before she verb to leave for the school trip. So here we can say Iman had phoned her dad at work before she left for the school trip. Because here we have before, we used the past simple. I want you now to stop the video and think about sentence number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then come back and check the answers. Sentence 3. When she, very good, arrived, the match had already started. Sentence 4. After the man, very good, had come home, he fed the cat. Well done. 5. She, good, watched a video as soon as the children had gone to bed. Excellent. Last sentence. They, verb to ride, yes, had ridden their bikes by the time they, very good, met their friends. Let's move now to the last activity. Here in this activity 2, we are going to rewrite the following sentences as suggested. So here we have 4 sentences. We need to rewrite them. Sentence 1. Fahim read the text twice. Then he answered the questions. So we can say, after Fahim, very good. After Fahim had read the text, he answered the questions. After followed by the first action. And then past simple, yes, in the action number 2. Sentence number 2. We visited many different places, then we returned to the campsite. Which action happened first and which one happened later? We had visited many different places before we returned to the campsite. I want you now to stop the video for a while and answer sentence number 3 and 4. Then you play the video again so that you can check your answers. Ready? Yes. I set the alarm clock. I went to bed. Yes. Well done. I didn't go to bed until I had set the alarm clock. Sentence number 4. Asiya got a promotion. She worked very hard. Because she had worked hard, Asiya got a promotion. Well, thank you for sticking with me through this lesson. I hope that it was useful and a little bit of fun. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and share this lesson with anyone who you know needs to practice the grammar a little. So thank you very much and see you in our next videos.